I'm quite close friends with Luis Figo, and I went to one of his charity dinners, he's an ambassador for tuberculosis as well. And seeing him talk on stage, and then the video footage they had, it's a moving documentary really, and I just felt, you know what, I could get involved with this. This is something that I feel is almost like the poor relation to HIV, you know, and I think that pharmaceutical companies are throwing money at that because in developed worlds it's still prevalent. Whereas for me, if I can get involved and show that, you know what, in South Africa all the way back to London, it's as in front of everyone's faces, but the things people like try and turn a blind eye to it because they feel like, well, you know what, poorer people are dealing with it, so I wanted to make sure that I could kind of jump in and do something about it in the same way that he has. And Luis Figo, I think, from what he's done in the small period of time of being an ambassador, it's incredible.
We can talk about that later. I came out here because there's a massive pandemic of tuberculosis now. I'm trying to make awareness back home in the UK and around the world. And you know what? I'm just trying to come with a 28-year-old perspective of the whole thing, you know? It's one of those things that you don't need to be ashamed of if you contract tuberculosis. You know, there's a cure for it. Just you need to continue taking the medication. Don't stop taking the medication. That's the problem, you know? Finding the diagnosis into this. So I'm proud to be part of trying to fight against tuberculosis, and hopefully one day we'll have a vaccine for the whole thing and everything will be cool, like measles, you know? Chickenpox, all good.
Went out to Cape Town. I wanted to go to experience firsthand what people are really suffering with tuberculosis. I think it was easy for me to try and think I understood what the problem in this disease was, but I wanted to go like firsthand and experience it for myself, to meet sufferers and also go to the research centres and understand what problems they're having, just trying to come with a cure for it. Because it can be cured, but also the vaccine is what they're really looking to get. So it was interesting to me. I didn't want to go at the World Cup time because I felt it would give mixed messages as to why I was out there. And I've become an ambassador to prevent tuberculosis. Tuberculosis being something that, you know what, okay, I can go and get the antibiotics. I can be cured by this. Just means I have to take pills for 6 months, 2 weeks, I can feel much better. You say though, in school, if you told another school member and a friend of yours that you had tuberculosis and that then spread around the school, would there be a problem for you in school? Because as much as we're talking about the adults, is there still the stigma from a youth level? For me, going to Cape Town and just being amongst the schools, I found was quite interesting, because when you went to a poorer school in a township, their understanding and awareness of tuberculosis was there, and they understood what they needed to do. It was hard because, like I said, it's that stigma attached to having tuberculosis. And how did you get it? Well, then possibly you got HIV and we want nothing to really do with you. And people shy away from going to the clinics to get the treatment. Whereas in the wealthier schools, they kind of almost had a slight, well, if it's not on our doorstep, we haven't really got a problem with it. And we're thinking of ways of like dealing with it, which was, why don't people just wear masks when they're kind of walking around? You're sort of thinking, well, this is kind of going back to like leprosy days, and you're sort of thinking there's a mentality from two different demographics, and I felt like it was important for me to try and break that mold and say, you know what, it doesn't matter like if you're in a wealthy or poorer area or how old you are, this is affecting millions of people in South Africa predominantly, and I want to be able to make awareness for it. What? I've been involved with a lot of, Nordoff Robbins, the musical charity. I've done a lot of stuff for them, and I'll donate money just like on the down low that I'll do that I don't need recognition for. I think a lot of people do search for, how can I get a bit of promotion from this? How can I be seen to be doing the charity work? for this, because like I said, it wasn't as glamorous, I think, as how HIV is and AIDS has kind of been like seen. I think Elton John and Bono have done incredible work to make awareness for that. I just felt tuberculosis, a lot of people don't know what it is. You say TB and they're like, okay, I have no idea. So for me to now get involved with something so strongly, I know that I can make awareness for this. And I know that it's such a little thing in terms of the time and effort that it needs. So I'm thankfully and blessed to be on a stage in front of millions of people with my music. And if I can just spread the message, that alone is doing the job in itself.
I said, sometimes it makes me feel proud to be here and be human amongst others who feel the same. We can fight tuberculosis, we can do it all the same. Now it feels that same burning feeling I felt in my soul in the days when I was making music for my peers. But now I'm inside Boy, Craig Davis signing out. So baby, can you get down with me? Jam it, yeah.